guys, it's me, Shanks, and with Alan Hudson again today. Alan, big day of football yesterday. In the Premier League we had the one game. Watford obviously fighting for their lives, and they looked like they blew it yesterday.
I find it hard to understand how teams like Watford, teams like this are in so much trouble, yet what I see of it gives so little fight. Because that is what they're all about, Watford. They're not a team that go out and play attractive. They're not like Bournemouth, who play nice football. They're all about getting at them. And as I said the day before, you know, had I been having a bet yesterday, I'd have done me money, because Watford just didn't show up. And to not show up in home matches against a team that are playing for nothing, just for pride.
Yeah. I mean, they were disappointing. It didn't really look like they sort of ever got going. And I mean, Southampton last week against the Arsenal, you know, they've let themselves down now. But as we said yesterday, they are like the king of the road team.
They are. They're unbelievable. I think they've won their last 7 on the road.
Well, I mean, they've only got 2 games where they haven't scored, Liverpool and Burnley. Everywhere else they've scored, whether they've gone on to win or not, they've still actually scored and like, you know, come away with sort of decent results.
They're not just winning, Don. I mean, yesterday they pulverised Watford at Watford. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
and they just don't stop coming forward.
Yeah.
It's a manager, you know, it's all about the manager, isn't it? You know, the manager's got to put that in their mind, don't stop. You know, if he's going to be, he'd rather win 4-3 than 1-0.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Danny Ings, he might get out
well,
of jail card.
You napped him, mate. I should have listened.
I bet Marcus, and I've had a saver on Danny, so he might get me out of jail. He looks like he's dangerous at all times now.
He's just playing so well.
You know, and he's playing in that Southampton team, as you say, they're playing with no restrictions. You know, they're going forward at pace and they're looking dangerous every attack.
Well, I remember Ings when he went to Liverpool and he got injured. We spoke about it 2 or 3 weeks ago when we started doing this. He got injuries. Wherever he went, he got injuries. And then you pulled him out the other day, said he's had a great start, he's playing well. But I never realised what a good player he is. His all-round play is terrific.
Yeah, he's a team player as well as a goal scorer.
Oh, and he does. And
he don't have to be the penalty box player. He can run with the ball, drop his shoulder, beat someone, and like his first goal yesterday, like, you know, good power into the bottom corner.
What I love about him, Don, as well, he's a first line of defence. I used to love Ian Rush.
Right.
When Liverpool were a great side, he would be the first line of defence. He would pounce on defenders.
Yeah.
This fella's the same. Don't like these centre forwards and lose it and have a little walk round, you know? It's like your mate Stan.
He scored a hat-trick before that. But anyway, what about Watford? Do we still have a bit of hope that they can get out of it?
Well,
we both liked him if we're in, you know.
I fancied him at the lockdown. They were a better team in the lockdown, and they are out of it. You know, I thought when they come back, they were really going to go for it. You know, we remember. I think this is where the crowd situation really does come into it. That night when they beat Liverpool, or it was
how have they done that?
How have they beat them? 3-0 could have beaten 6. They were that bad because of the crowd. They couldn't have done that with no crowd.
No.
Let's put it that way.
No, they inspired them and they just got them going, and you know, they're running through brick walls. You know, it's like it's one of them. So a great result for Southampton.
Fantastic. The manager.
I mean, Watford have got to go again and rebuild and look to sort of get points. You know, it's a big week this week for the relegation teams. You've got Bournemouth playing Newcastle at home, West Ham v Chelsea later in the week. So Bournemouth, you'd think, would have a chance to pick up some points there against Newcastle. If they don't get points there, I fear the worst for them.
Well, yeah. The only thing they got in their favour that the other teams are losing as well.
Well, that's it.
Yeah. They're just 3 out of 7 now, and it looks that way.
Yeah.
You know, it was 7. There were 7 teams, and 6 teams in trouble, and then Southampton.
Yeah.
But now them 3 are all locked in.
Well, Brighton have got Man U tomorrow. A huge game for United for the Champions League. Brighton might feel a little bit in the comfort zone, but I'm sure they're just going to be going there. If they win, fine. But if they get a point, they'll be happy.
I like Brighton. I like Brighton at home. I think Brighton are good at home there, and they've proved it after the lockdown. They've come back.
It could be Marcus's Radford
day.
No, it could be. I'll tell you why. You've got Duncan Duffy at the back, and you've got Byrne. They're all 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". Surely he's going to dart.
They go through their legs.
Sure, yeah. Surely he's going to dart in between one and just side put one in. Surely.
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 Yeah. No, I mean, you keep banging the drummer bands on. I think, you know...
It's his last chance for me tomorrow, I assure you.
I think that you really took a like shining to him because he raised all that money. And
Well,
he done well
yeah,
for the
he
kids.
done well there, but I also thought United were just beginning to come into a little bit of form again, with Pogba coming back and a few other little things looked like they were happening, and I just felt it would suit him. He'd been off a while, the back injury, he'd come back firing. He's still a yard short out.
No, I think it's...
But there's no excuses tomorrow. I'll wipe my mouth if indeed tomorrow he gets a big 0. Well, then I'm just I'll have to wear the Danny Ings t-shirt for a week.
We won't talk about him anymore. He's out.
Right, he's out.
If
Okay,
he
so
don't
that's enough about them. Now we've got what I've actually quite liked with the lockdown and now football's restarting. It seems to have rekindled the FA Cup. There seems to be a buzz about it now, where it's been dead for ages, if you like. You know, you're thinking that teams weren't really taking it that seriously.
Well, you're 40 points behind Liverpool. I think you got to aim for something. But no, I think what happened to the FA Cup was Manchester United ruined the FA Cup. When they pulled out the FA Cup and went up to the Far East because England wanted to get the workplace in the World Cup, was it with all over Qatar or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
That really took the shine, it took the gloss off the trophy.
Yeah, it put it sort of like...
And then Manchester United won nothing that year, and then Alex took it serious the next year, and I think they come back and won it.
Right.
So never, you know, and as you say, it is coming back. But
there was teams were, you know, clubs were playing their best players, and like, you know, there was all sort of up for it. Like Man United want to get some silverware. Pep at Man City, now they've got annihilated in the league, he'll be saying, well, I want to win this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Arteta at Arsenal, he'll be dying to win a trophy. They're mid-division, struggling, but they could bounce back. And of course, your old mob, Chelsea, you know, they've had a good win yesterday at Leicester, great win.
Frank was delighted. I mean, Frank pulled off, he weren't happy yesterday. At the first break, we thought he was going to do it the first break. We thought he was going to make changes then. Chelsea were awful.
Right.
Leicester really got it.
Yeah, the first half, Leicester had their chances.
Yeah, and they were all, they didn't have great chances, but they had one particular good chance. But Frank looked like he's going to make changes. But I think he gave them the benefit of the doubt. He said to them, well, come on, like, liven up to half time. And then he made 3 changes.
Right.
That's very, ain't been done since the lockdown. You don't make 3 changes at half time, but he did. And they come out, they come out like a bullet.
So we've had Man United scrambled over the line at Norwich with that tremendous Maguire goal with like 30 seconds left. I'd have loved to have seen the penalties. That would have been a bit of fun. But anyway, they're
she was just putting the candles
hold on, Celia, yeah. Delia was just doing the big cake, yeah, unlucky. But anyway, that's how it goes. So, we got the 2 Manchester teams, City and United. We got 2 of London's finest, Arsenal and Chelsea. Now, I've said that in alphabetical order, so there is no, like, you know, preference.
Yes.
We've got Man City. I'm not sure actually whether they play the Arsenal or the Chelsea. And United. How do you see the games going? I'm thinking it will probably be one of each go through. A Manchester club and a London club.
I haven't seen the draw.
Yeah, we've got Man City. I'm not sure if they play Arsenal or the Chelsea. I think United play Chelsea.
Well, I was more concerned about Northampton and Exeter.
Well, that's tonight's real game, the EFL, like, you know, Division 2. I mean, what a day that would be for everybody, or what a day it would have been. Everyone would have been coming up from Exeter, and, you know, when you go and see them games, I believe you've seen one of them.
I went to see I had a great friend, Malcolm Molyneux, and he lived down in Gravesend, and I went to see them play.
How many were there?
There was about 35,000.
I mean, they make it a real big family day, don't they? They're small clubs. It's mum, dad, the kids, and they all go and support the team.
I took my son. We took my granddaughter, and she had she was waving the flag, and there was so many kids there, and it was just
Right.
a fantastic. And I met the team. I see the team afterwards. I don't know where, but I bumped into them in the bar somewhere.
Yeah, there's a
And
shot.
yeah. But they were, you know, they went, whoa, you come to watch us kind of thing. You
Yeah.
know? It was fantastic day out.
I mean, it is, and I think that's such a shame. Hopefully they'll get to Wembley again. Whoever wins goes through, obviously. Maybe next year the other team have another go and get there. Because it is a really, truly a great day. And as I said, when you're down the West Country, you're coming up to London, you know, the big city, you're seeing Wembley Stadium. Every footballer wants to play at Wembley Stadium. All the fans want a day out at Wembley.
Yeah, as I said the other day, I'm writing this book, and I put this title, the Premier League, as the lockdown title.
Right.
This will be known as a lockdown title, and most of these.
But what is going to happen when let's just say you've got like Man United, Chelsea, or whoever it is in the final? What's an FA Cup final going to be like with nobody there? No one walking down Wembley Way. People don't even know, like, you know, the game's on.
Crazy.
It's really.
No.
I don't know whether they should put it back till sort of sometime and everything's back to normal.
That wouldn't be a bad idea if they can put.
You know, to have an FA Cup final with nobody there,
Yeah.
and you know, you would be. You know, whoever is the final, you'd be selling it out twice.
Well,
if
you
had
think
to.
there'll be people at the FA thinking that way because of the finance alone.
Well, you thought so, yeah.
You know,
yeah, definitely.
No, it would, an FA Cup final without a crowd wouldn't be an FA Cup final, that's for sure.
And we got later in the week, the game of the week, Thursday. We got Man City hosting Liverpool at the Etihad. You've got Liverpool in a position to get the 101 and be the biggest winners on points ever. You need Man City to get a result to, you know, consolidate their second position. And it's a bit of bragging rights as well, isn't it? You know, I can see this game being a tremendous game football-wise. I'm sure that Klopp wants to, you know, get a result. He's got Salah up there in the golden boot, golden goal situation. He's looking dangerous against Salah. Mane's not out of it. You know, we could be getting a right high-scoring game there.
Well, again, it's what way Jurgen's going to play this one, and does he want to put the best team out and say, look, we're going to show you
I
what
think he's
we're
got to
champ-"
put the best team out. I mean, they're not going to play Man City without their best team, surely. You know.
Are they going to have the badge on, champions? So they might want to rub it in, mate. It's been 30 years, you know what they're like. They might, you don't know what he's going to do, Jurgen, and if he puts his full team out and he gets turned over, then there's going to be trouble.
Well, I think he puts the full team out and they get beat. Then I just think, well, they're not going to get that record, and he'll just be saying to, like, Mo Salah and Mane, like, hey, listen, you guys have a break and let's get ready for next year. If they were to win, you know, which obviously they're more than capable, and they get the 3 points, he might have in the back of his head, well, let's really go for this record that probably never ever get beaten. They said the last one wouldn't, but now it can.
Yeah. I don't think Man City are as good at home as what they were anyway. Aguero's not playing, he's still out, so they won't be too. Liverpool, I mean, the way they played the last game,
Right.
all right, it was only Crystal Palace, Crystal Palace. It could have been 10. But if they go into the Man City match with that attitude, then they'll give them more than a game.
But again, you know, we spoke about the fullbacks, Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold.
They would still
For
fly
Liverpool.
down that line.
Now, they're going to have like De Bruyne and Mahrez, or whoever it might be. They're going to have their hands full when they attack. They're not going to have the freedom of like the Etihad to run down the wing unattended, you know, because they're going to have in their mind, well, I've got to run back in a minute. If he doesn't come back with me, there could be a bit of hesitation.
But they'll have a few things to whisper in their ear, you know, 25. They'll mention 25 points a few times and
Right.
everything else.
There
There'll be a
could be a
lot.
few
There'll be a
little
lot.
wind-ups
There'll be a bit of banter out there because they've been through it, Liverpool.
Yeah, no,
And,
definitely, yeah.
No, but I mean, if they both play to their full potential, it's got.
Yeah, I think it's a great game for the parents to get the kids out and say, come and watch
Yeah.
in this. This is a proper football match. Watch
Yeah.
the way they keep possession. Watch the movement off the ball. You know, I
Two
just think,
different
watch the
styles.
fullbacks going down. You know, and you know you're looking at all fullbacks who play in the league, and you think, well, Trent Alexander-Arnold whips balls in better than anybody. Takes the free kicks. Robertson more or less does the same the other side. When you look at all the other pros in them areas, you don't see anywhere near
Yeah.
that quality.
But they are, Liverpool are the best at that. There's no doubt about it. They proved it. The two fullbacks are the best. I can't think of two fullbacks even when we were playing. I can't even go back into the 60s.
Excuse me, are you looking at one now? What are you?
I said two, Don. You're only one.
Sorry, yeah.
But
I
even,
did play right hand there.
Yeah. I mean, even when, Ray Wilson, we won the World Cup, I was a Fulham supporter, George Kane was right back.
He was my
George.
ex-coach, George, at
Oh,
Fulham, when I was a kid, George, yeah.
No.
Him and his brother was a
You were
wrestler.
better. You were better than George.
A bit more nimbler than George, yeah.
But these fullbacks are superior. Ray Wilson was a great fullback. But these fullbacks going forward, the game has changed.
But when you look at, say, like, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and you look at Phil Neal, like, he won 9 championships and, European Cups. He's a different type of player, obviously.
Oh, absolutely.
And they were different times then. In our day, you had a winger to take care of most of the time. Now it's
But those
not
were
so
the
much
days
winger.
of Liverpool had two great wingers.
Stevie
Liverpool.
Highway and...
Well, I know in them days, in them early days, they had Ian Callan and Peter Thompson.
Yeah.
And then when they played, Highway came in.
Yeah.
They had little Brian Hall had a great winger, but players.
Highway was a little bit different.
Then they had the kid, I liked him, Craig Johnson, was it?
Yeah, the Aussie boy.
The Aussie good player. They've always had good wide players. And of course, I had my favourite player was John Barnes.
Yeah, absolutely.
When Barnes came into the side, he was
I
sensational.
bet Watford wish they had him now, don't they?
Oh mate, we could have done with him the other night. Yeah.
Okay, so look, it's a don't miss game Thursday, obviously. Man City, Liverpool. We've got another big game tonight in the league, Premier League. Palace v Burnley. I don't think it'd be a full house if the crowds were allowed to be in tonight, would it?
Yeah, it would be funny enough, Don, because this Palace side have done superbly this season. I think they're good fans of the Palace.
Oh no, they're brilliant fans.
And I think they would have appreciated if they hadn't have got a hammer in the other night. They were right in to get they can still get a high finish.
Yeah, it's about them just winning games like tonight, building the points up, and then like in 3 weeks' time, and they put another 3 games behind the belts, they might think, hey, we're in 7th, 8th position here.
Yeah.
That'd be a brilliant
get back on
season
track
for them.
tonight. They'll have a go at Burnley. Burnley in a bit of a hole. They won the other night. But they only beat Watford again. Watford lost up there, which.
But I mean, a little bit about Burnley, really, when you think about it. When they played the other day, the subs bench, he didn't have any of the players who basically out of contract or didn't play. He had 8 out of the 9 players. I don't think he had 9 on the bench. I think there was about 4 of them with no first team experience at all. And it's like, it's a skeleton job here. And you've got Man City bringing on a bench of who would start in any of the bottom 10 teams in the Premier League. So that's a little bit of an unfair rule, I think.
Well, it is, but it's also good management. Going back to Frank yesterday, I mean, what he's done at Chelsea with his unknown players. I mean, 18 months ago,
fair play.
8 players have come through Frank's really gone youth, and I mean, who knows what they got in Burnley. Burnley used to be the club to bring kids through, didn't they?
Well,
years ago.
Leighton James, Dave Thomas, all them boys in my day.
Yeah.
Some real good players. They were the breeding ground for the young and up-and-coming England type of 18s, under 21s. They found them all.
I played in the youth team with Tommy Dockett's boy, and I like young Michael. We got a good understanding in the Chelsea youth team. And I was looking forward to playing with him, and he sent him to Burnley. And he got in the first team with Burnley, and that was a place to be. I don't know, Jimmy Addison was there or something.
Yeah.
But then now all of a sudden, there's no getting away from what a job he's done, the Burnley manager. So he'll be looking for youth coming through.
I mean, that's always an interesting match-up to me in this football business. So you get Pep Guardiola, you get Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you get Klopp at Liverpool. Unlimited budgets, it seems.
Yeah.
You can buy who you want when you want. And now here you got Burnley, where he's obviously got budgets. He's trying to get players to come in where he's looking at them, where at one club they don't really fancy him, but he sees something in him, and he gets the best out of them, doesn't he?
Well, look at the 2 Liverpool fullbacks. They didn't pay fortunes for them.
Right.
I think the left back, the kid was come from Scotland. I think he went to Hull. I spoke to my friend Keith Burchin. I think he was at Hull with Steve Bruce when they had him there.
Right.
And then he's gone on to do this, because I said to him the other week, how good was he with you? He said, well, he looked a good player. Well, he's going to be exceptional. If he looks a good player with Hull, he's going to be exceptional with them. Maguire come from Hull, didn't he? Look at him at Manchester United. So there are them kids out there, and I think fair play to giving these kids a chance.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Well, anyway, you guys, we've covered yesterday. We've got some great games this week.
We haven't quite covered Chelsea.
Okay, go on then.
And I think Chelsea yesterday was an unbelievable match because Leicester in the first half, they're right up there, aren't they?
Yeah, they were busy the first half for sure.
I've never seen the manager in his first season quite have the ump like Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
He won't accept anything but.
Well, that's a quality which is good in someone, that you're going to say that I'm the boss. You're not doing it. I don't care who you are. You're coming off.
You know what he has done? He shows exactly the same attitude as a manager as he showed as a player.
Right.
That's why he scored so many goals. That's why he was so consistent. And he expects that. And I know when managers say, and if I was a manager, I'd say, I'm only asking off you what I give.
Yeah.
I'm going to
what
give
I do myself, I want to see you do it.
Yeah. So if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for
exactly,
you.
yeah.
And Frank trying to get that into his.
I mean, I like the way they played, at Villa. I like the way they moved the ball around. They played well against Man City. All right, it was a funny game in regards to goals and penalties, send-offs, whatever, but it was still a lot of quality by Chelsea. And they got so much energy. The young guys, are all over the place. They've got William playing well now, Mount's in it all the time.
He looks like he's
defensively.
22, William, not 32. He looks superb. He was brilliant yesterday.
Yeah.
And that is a good thing about, I don't know.
And they got the Werner, whatever his name is,
they got him to come in.
So
Yeah.
I think it's good times for Chelsea right now. Things could move forward.
It couldn't be brighter. And what I love about it, what I don't love Chelsea, but I don't love about that. But I think the good about Chelsea, and the things I've always disliked about Chelsea, is I'm the only local player who's ever played for them. They've never had a boy out of Chelsea. Now all of a sudden you've got all these kids coming through.
Yeah.
It's great.
Tammy Abrahams. Are you going to see him scoring a few? I know I jumped over you the other week and said I think he's a decent scorer. He's not really bombing them in at the moment.
No, I think he's just short of being top class,
Right.
Don. I really do.
That might come in
When
a few games.
when this Werner comes in,
That might help him a bit as well.
well, he's gonna. I think you'll see the difference. It's like watching Drogba and then watching
Right.
Tammy Abrahams. There's different
Watch this boy Tammy and learn a little
different
bit.
levels. And he'll learn a lot of him, but he just seems to lack that. He's 6'2", and he's not hitting people like he should hit people.
He wants to have a little look at Mr. Jimenez at Wolves. Right place, right time, sets himself up in the right positions,
Brilliant.
holds the ball up when you should, brings other people into the game, and don't hang around in that area, out the zone, into another danger zone. And to me, Jimenez, 15, 16 goals, he's been phenomenal.
He's been my striker of the season.
So Alan's back with Chelsea. He's given a big boost. Young Frank, the team, deservedly so, because they are playing well.
You credit where it's due in the second 45 minutes. Jesse Leicester were chasing shadows. And Brendan Rodgers has played against them.
He's never won a game, has he?
No, in 14 matches, and he's been manager of Liverpool when they nearly won the league.
Yeah.
Just short of winning the league, and he's in 14 matches, so he's got the curse.
It's a hoodoo, yeah.
Yeah, he beat Southampton.
He's got the Marcus Rashford curse.
He might buy Marcus.
Oh, please, no. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. We enjoyed doing Pub Talk. Keep finding us on the YouTube channel and Facebook and Twitter, and we'll all have a bit of fun. So from Alan, from me, Dom, take care, everybody. We'll talk again soon.